Good morning, Britain. It's make or break for Boris Johnson as now police officers give evidence to the Partygate inquiry. This kind of mythical figure, but the fate of the...
She'll lay it all out.
And the sort of pressure that they can put people under, sort of further than just, you know, sort of twisting people's... one MP has alleged that a member of government, in fact, threatened...
Money taken away. And the allegation...
Good morning, Britain. The report may come out by the end of this week.
I think next
that
coming...
allegation keeps coming.
Yeah.
That's not a good thing.
No.
Dominic Cummings apparently going to be speaking to Sue Gray today. Downing Street Police have apparently been only too willing, we hear, happening at Downing Street. And we also have, in the sort of scheme of things, launch an inquiry.
There was one. In fact, there was.
Muslims within the Conservative Party were discriminated against, or fuel bills, and whether the government might agree with Labour, whether the national insurance hike might be delayed, questions about the vaccine mandate. We saw tens of thousands if they don't get their vaccinations. All of this clouded, of course, and we face military escalation in Ukraine.
No, that's right.
Ed, you have done... Recently, Mail has had a massive campaign over care.
Yes.
Animals might transmit it amongst
We're
each other.
more like...
Or close to a zero COVID policy. And that's New Zealand. Yeah. And it's set to be placed once again under the highest level of COVID.
9 cases.
Confirmed. And as a result, gone back into a form of lockdown, which includes the Prime Minister, Jacinda Ardern, having to cancel
24 days, so nearly, nursing,
abandoning it on her own in the church. It's one of the most sort of Downing Street was partying when the country was in a state of national mourning. The Queen was mourning the loss of her husband. She's now gone from Windsor Castle up to Sandringham. Former minister says to the Prime Minister, "I was sacked because of my Muslimness." It was amazing.
When you say it's past your bedtime, you Suze. You can hole up in the hub with it later.
I was in bed at 8:30, I'll have you know.
Bless you.
Yeah.
Which is why you look so fragrant
Thank
this
you very
morning.
much.
Do that. You won't miss anything from me this morning.
Serious possibility, or is that fans saying, bring back Dave?
The fact I topped up her NDA. You know that, Susanna.
This week, and then I didn't see Dancing on Ice yesterday, but Regan Gascoigne apparently. Yeah. Did the dancers have an advantage? They say, look, we can't do it on ice.
I think
but
they've got
they
an advantage in
can
this.
ice skating.
I'm wincing as much...
It has just gone 6 o'clock. Welcome to the programme. Welcome back to the programme, Ed Balls. Well, you've seen some shenanigans in government in your time. What do you make of what's happening right now? Just listening to Spandau Ballet there, of course, you're indestructible might apply to the Prime Minister. Or will it all come to an end this week?
Well, this is going to be the absolutely vital week, and we'll get the Sue Gray report. It's reported that Dominic Cummings is going to be in giving his evidence today. And I think also the issue for me with Boris Johnson is not to say to me, the idea that his own private's inconceivable. But if that turns out to be true, then I fear he's misled everybody.
You know Sue Gray, don't you? To the rest of us, she's still Prime Minister is in her hands this week.
Well, during a reshuffle, she'd be the person saying, Prime Minister, don't appoint it. She was the blocker. Party would have happened because Sue Gray would have been saying, and then others will judge, not her.
One of the other things that has emerged over the past couple of days is the behaviour of these mysterious characters who are known as whip arms. They've gone as far as their constituency, and if they carried on the way that they intended to vote in Parliament. We've
got the Education Secretary himself, keep discipline, to have the black book of issues, to kind of to warn people if they make a mistake. They've made that threat. That is not something I've ever heard of. That is like totally...
Background and history and insight into this as well. In an entirely neutral position, of course, as an observer this morning. Our main news, of course, is that police officers who guard Downing Street have reportedly already been interviewed over the Partygate scandal. They are said to have been, and this is a quote from a source, only too willing to provide extremely damning information.
Sue Gray, who's heading the investigation, is expected to talk to the Prime Minister's former Chief Advisor, Dominic Cummings, later today. It comes amid calls for a separate inquiry into claims of Islamophobia within the government. Jonathan Swain...
That is our main news this morning, discussing it in just a moment with the former Conservative Special Advisor, Mo Hussein, who you saw in Jonathan's report. and also Andrew Pearce of the Mail, of course, and Kevin Maguire of the Mirror. First, here's Ranveer with the rest of the pool, as they are now known.
Liverpool.
Oh, well done, Norwich, by the way. Recently.
2 wins on the trot.
How does that feel?
Unbelievable. I was there on
Out of the
Friday
relegation
night.
drop zone?
Out of the yes, although Burnley I think have got still 5 or 4 games in hand.
In
over
hand,
us.
yeah.
But you know, suddenly scores 2 goals. I mean, it was just fabulous.
A glorious moment for you.
For me,
Yeah.
Oh, and for millions of
Canaries.
Norwich fans around the world. What are you talking about? Just for me.
Right, let's have a look at the weather. Here's Laura.
As the city of Hong Kong pushes to maintain its strict